the Telonics combo for steel guitar and jazz guitar, the TCA 500, and this particular unit is fitted with a TC Electronics G Major 2. This video we're talking about how you can use the G Major 2 to produce some nice effects for steel guitar, and how you ensure that the input levels and things are all optimized. And it's very simple to do. Starting with the TC Electronics unit, the G Major 2, we've set some patches on this unit which are suitable for steel guitar, combinations of reverbs and delays, and the settings within those patches have been optimized such that if you set this to 12 o'clock, this control here the input level, and this control here the output level, you should get about the right level of effect being generated from the particular patch that's set and the effects processor as a whole. Now obviously that is dependent also upon settings that are set on the combo. So we'll start with the combo. This control here, the dry wet fader, this sets the amount of effect. If you go that way you would increase it, if you went this way you would decrease it. And I should say here that we've set the effects processor to work in parallel mode, not series mode. It's set to work in parallel mode so that your dry signal is straight through the combo and has no latency. So that's your dry wet fader, starting position 12 o'clock. Your reverb level here, the TCA 500 has actually got its own built-in reverb, which is this control here, which does work in conjunction with the dry wet fader as well, I should say. So if you want to use the combo for just jazz guitar and you don't fit an effects processor, remember you have to turn up a little bit of dry wet fader to get this to work. You also have to turn on the reverb control here, and you have to have that on, and that means the green LED is lit. But for steel guitar, start off with around about 12 o'clock here and just put around about 2 on there. That's handy because it can fill up the front end of a reverb, but if you want to clean up your front end reverb, you can always just turn it off. Yep. So, but that's a good starting position really. Right, if we come across here to the input gain, it's probably one of the most crucial controls on the combo, and this will work in conjunction with the effects send and return, which is on the rear of the combo, which I'll cover in a minute. But basically what you've got to do, you've got to make sure that you get sufficient input to the combo so that you don't get too much noise, and if you'll know that you've got that problem because you'll have to start having very high levels of master level. You shouldn't need to do that, but what Telonics have provided is a very handy little overload LED just there. Now if I turn this right up by playing my guitar, you'll see that overload LED is starting to show we've got far too big a signal. Now if I turn that back down to around about sort of 2.5, and I give it a, if I play really hard it'll give it the occasional little tweak. Now that's what you want. You want that to hardly ever come on, but maybe just occasionally on a big chord grab come on. But most importantly, you'll notice that the G Major 2, we've got a nice healthy signal there, but it never gets into overload. If I just turn this up again, can you see there's 2 little lights just there? Now when they come on, that means you've got too much level into your effects processor, and that's something that you don't want. So this is quite handy, this control, because it's actually controlling not only the level through the combo, but also the level into your effects processor, all in one sort of place really. But as I say, that is dependent also on how you set up the effects send and return on the back panel. So we'll just go to there and show you that. So that input level is quite a crucial control. Just I should mention that if you've got pickups that are a little bit on the hot side, you might find you need to turn it down. You might be down as low as 1. if you've got pickups that are a little bit low on the output, you might need to go up as high as 5, but the real thing to do is to make sure that you get that just occasional little flicker. Not too much, but just very occasional on a really big chord. Okay, so once you've got that set about right, to get the input level right on the effects processor, you need to have this send and return level set right. Now once these have been set, you really shouldn't need to change them, or they shouldn't change really. They're sort of fairly well hidden on the back panel, but it might pay you just occasionally check them. Right, so looking at the levels, the send level needs to be around about -5, so that's like in between the 0 and the -10 there, or you could say 2 o'clock. And the return level needs to be on the 0, that's about 3 o'clock. And if you have those levels set in those positions, with the two input and output levels on the TC Electronics G Major 2 both set to 12 o'clock, then you should have your input optimized to your effects processor.